And now, just these vegetables onto the plate. Not too much of the sauce to begin with. We can always offer extra apart. This is what I love doing, you know. It's when you're creating food, it's always, people often say to me, oh, do you still cook in the kitchen? Well, it's where I've started, it's where I'll finish. It's as simple as that. That's my love, it's my job, it's my life, everything. And so yes, I still love cooking, and one thing I really do enjoy is whenever we're changing recipes and changing menus and what have you, when you're there teaching your team, and you know, when I always say to people, what do you think of that? They say it's really nice. I'm saying nice is banned in my kitchen. It can't be nice. It's got to be something a bit more than that. That's really not a nice explanatory word, you know. So, not too much of that cream sauce, because remember I've got a dressing, so I want to create that nice little contrast between the two. Let's now just sit the chicken on top, and again I'll be presenting it to you on the front there. Very, very simple like that. And now that dressing, here it is. And you can be as generous with this or as light with this as you wish. And so you've got that great contrast between the two. Very, very simple. I think that's plenty. A little touch of the sea salt on top. And there you have that very, very simple chicken dish. Really and truly, what is it? It's a grilled chicken with some vegetables in a little cream sauce with just a slightly different vinaigrette to go with it. Thank you. Right. Now I'm going to show you the dessert, which is really quick and simple because it only takes 25 minutes to cook. But you're lucky. Because I'm going to do this backwards and show you the finished dish, which is, this is quite warm, so I can pop this down. And I'm making something here. This is a little raspberry flan. This raspberry flan is really, really simple. Again, as I mentioned, using the Scottish raspberries that you can still get this time of year. And I'll show you how quick and easy this is to make. Because in fact, all it is a batter that is made. And it is something which I sort of borrowed, shall we say, from a great classic French recipe, slight change to it, which is called a clafoutis. And a clafoutis is basically, classically, has been made with black cherries, and then it can be made with so many other fruits. I wanted to use, you know, Scottish raspberries, and I also, when I show you how easy this is to make, you will not believe it, and you will have a go, I promise you. And literally, it does only take 20-25 minutes to cook. I'm just going to dust around this, just on the outside. You can dust it all over if you wish, but I want to create that nice little contrast. So there you have, that is the raspberry tart, and now I'm going to show you how you make that. So at least now you can get to see all three. Served just warm, it is divine, and I mean divine. Now, this is how quick it is to make. First of all, I'm going to make the batter. So what I've got with that, just some eggs. So all we need, a couple of eggs, 2 is enough. Okay, then into that I'm adding sugar. And we're just going to whisk that together. So, this is how quick it is. You can even make this on a machine, so you can imagine. Very, very simple. You've got sugar, you've got your eggs. Just start to break down that sugar a little bit, just by whisking up like this. And then the next thing we're going to add to that, we're going to stir in some sifted flour. Okay, that's it. Stir that in. And you can see it starts to make this batter. And then to that, there are 2 other ingredients. One is going to be creme fraiche, and the other one is milk. So there we have a nice combination. That creme fraiche gives you that slight little, towards a sort of a sour note, if you like. Very mild in that respect, but does eat very, very nicely with it. And into there, just for those couple of eggs, you've got 75 grams of sugar, you've got 100 grams of creme fraiche, and then the other ingredient is double cream. No, it's milk, it's not that. It's just milk. So all I'm going to add is 100 millilitres. So what an easy recipe to remember. And that is the batter. It's made. Now my advice always, if you're making this and you're going to try and serve it warm, you could bake it. Obviously I couldn't leave it till the last minute here, that's hence making one a little bit earlier. But it's a good idea if you're making this batter to make it that little touch earlier, because then you can allow it to rest, and then with that, you can allow it to rest, and then consequently it won't over souffle. It'll come up just a little bit, but as you can see it sits back down again quite nicely and neatly. Your raspberries, you can either just scatter them in, or you can arrange them around in your dish like this. But the dish, let me tell you, the first thing I've done with this is literally just buttered it and then sprinkled in a little touch of caster sugar just to make sure that it doesn't stick, and then it's easy to spoon out, and you can even cut it into wedges out of here if you wish. So you can arrange these as you like, or as I said, just scatter them in. And it really is delightful to eat. Let's just put a few in the center, like that. And then, once this is rested, you just imagine, all you do is literally carefully pour this in. And then I cook this today in a professional oven at 160 degrees for 25 minutes. I think if you're cooking at home, you could quite easily put that onto about 170, possibly 180, depending what sort of strength you've got in that oven of yours. If it's one of those slower ovens, then you'll be fine on 180, but otherwise I'd say 170 and you won't have a problem. That literally just goes into an oven, and 25 minutes later, that is what you get. So there's 3 dishes, taking and showing really how the simplest of ingredients can come together and be really not only just attractive, but wonderful to eat. And of course, the best thing about these dishes is when it's 100% British produce. Thank you very much. I hope you actually enjoy your dessert. It's been a pleasure cooking for you. And yes, and I'm going to go and steal one of Chef's desserts back.